Stampers! Today we're going to make this card. Let me show you how it opens up. It's so cute! Oh my gosh! So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you what you're going to need for your pieces. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of Early Espresso and Very Vanilla, and these are cut at 5.5 by 5.5. And then for the card, the Early Espresso is cut at 4.25 by 11. And then a piece of scrap Very Vanilla to stamp our images. You're going to need 2 pieces of the Spice Cake designer paper, and these are cut at 2.5 by 4. So let's go ahead and cut our oval shape first with the Big Shot. So let me grab that. Okay, so this is the oval scallop frame, Big Sty. And I'm going to lay both of the pieces that are cut at 5.5 by 5.5 of the Early Espresso and the Very Vanilla. I'm going to layer that between the 2 acrylics. Send that through the Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to use the Early Espresso frame, and then the insert in the center is going to be the Very Vanilla. Okay, so let me grab my cutter here. We're going to score this piece of cardstock. Remember, this is cut at 4.25 by 11, and we're going to score this at 2 3/4 on one end. I'm just going to fold this over. I find that it's easier to do it this way because then you get a perfect alignment. So we're just going to take this end and we're just going to fold it over to meet that center piece. Just like that. Okay, so there's your card. Just like that. Okay, so then for the designer paper, I'm going to go ahead and sponge that with the Early Espresso. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and sponge the center piece of the oval that we cut with the die. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the pieces on the cardstock. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and stamp our leaves. And the stamp set I'm using is Gently Falling. Now this is the clear mount stamp set, so you're going to get 2. So it's 1 of 1 and 2 of 2. You're going to have your outline images in one and then your solid images in the other set. So we're going to use this image right here. And I already have them on the blocks. We're going to use the More Mustard for the inside. And then the Early Espresso for the outline. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the outline first. We're going to stamp that twice. And this stamp set lines up pretty good. So we're just going to stamp the inside with the More Mustard. I'm just going to eyeball it and see it lines up pretty good. Love two-step stamping. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and hand cut out the leaves. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, so we have both of our leaves cut out. Now we're going to take the Cajun Craze Classic ink and we're going to sponge the edges of the leaves. Okay, then I'm going to take a one-dimensional and I'm just going to put it right on top of one of the leaves, and I'm going to layer the other leaf right on top of that to give a little dimension. And then I'm just going to kind of bend the leaves of the top one forward. And take another dimensional, put it on the back side of that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and decorate the front of the card. We're going to take the oval part and just position it where you want it. And whatever side you want to adhere down, I'm going to adhere the right hand side down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the card and I'm going to flip it over on the back side, and then I'm just going to add some adhesive to to the scallop. So you pretty much want to have the adhesive only on one side of your scallop so it opens up. So then you're just going to take your oval and you're just going to position that right on the front of your card. Just like that. Okay, so then you're going to take the inside of your oval, position that right where you want it. Now this time the adhesive is going to go on the opposite side, so the left side. Just going to position that right in the center. Just like that. So then your card is going to open up like this. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay, so then for the greeting, I'm using the stamp set called Pursuit of Happiness. And we're going to stamp this greeting in the early espresso. I'm just going to stamp this right over here to the right. It's like that. And then I'm going to take my leaf, position that right over to the left. It's like that. Okay, so then I have some basic pearls. I'm just going to randomly put these on the front of the card, on the bottom. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, so then I mixed up the shimmer paint, which is the champagne mist, with the rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to spray this card. Give it some shimmer. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so then for my finished card over here, I did the same thing on the outside for the inside. I just used the designer paper for the scallop frame part, and then the very vanilla for the inside. Then you can stamp a greeting. So pretty. So then here's a Christmas one I made, and this one is using the So Much Fun Snowman, and I did the vellum video, I guess it was last week, but this card opens up this way. Very cute. All right, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.